Hey guys, I'm Molly with the Flying Hens. Now, normally Chris is on here doing how-to videos, but today you get me. I'm going to be talking about ideas and tips for organizing your RV space. Now, for reference, we have a 2021 Heartland Cyclone 4007. I'm going to link the full tour in the description below if you want to check that out to kind of get an idea of our space. And by no means do I think of myself as an expert in organization, but I'm hoping that this video will help those who are downsizing from their house to an RV, or maybe you just moved into an RV and are trying to figure out the space and how to organize it, or for those who have lived in an RV for a while and are needing more ideas, this video is for you. Now, if I forget something or you have more ideas to put in, please drop them in the comments below. I'm gonna go start in the bedroom, so follow me. Let's start in the closet. All right guys, so I just have a few tips for organizing your closet space. Tip number one is to utilize bins and baskets. So we utilize bins for undershirts, socks, underwear, bathing suits, that like the small items can be easily organized in bins. I recommend just going to the store and buying a few different shapes and sizes to see what fits in your space. Tip number two is to stack up your sweatshirts and hoodies and that kind of thing. They're bulkier items up on the shelf space. Tip number three is to invest in slim design hangers. These are from Higher Hangers. We've linked them in the description below. They're great. So I'm going to show you the comparison with a different standard hanger. You can see the space saved, and that's space that you'll save for the closet space on the floor. Tip number four is for you ladies, a simple jewelry organizer that hangs in your closet. Obviously it's really thin, organizes all your jewelry, and keeps everything nice and tidy. I like to use as much floor space in the closet as possible, so we have room for extra toilet paper. I keep my purses and bags on the floor here, and these are my favorite. These are stackable bins. They're from Sterilite, and I have these linked in the description below. These are great for organizing all your things. So I have one for batteries. I have one that I have sewing kits as well as command strips. We use command strips like all over the RV. It's like a must-have. And then I have a larger bin for our medicines. So I keep like adult medicines on top and the kids' medicines on the bottom. If you're fortunate enough to have a dresser space in your RV, I highly recommend organizing the drawers by rolling your clothes. It allows you to see all the different shirts you have or whatever shorts, and they're easily accessible and it saves space. One thing I love about this model is that we have a bed that has underbed storage. Now, I have not organized this space at all, but I wanted to show it to you guys so that I'm being completely transparent. What we put under here are our towels for like the beach and the pool. We have our vacuum. I have some like wrapping paper storage and like backpacks and that kind of thing. Nothing exciting, definitely not organized, but that's what we keep under here. All right, so we have a super small bathroom and it is not very organized, but I have two things that have helped us be more organized, and that is hanging our towels by these command hooks. I have them attached by the Velcro attachment, so they are super strong. They're not gonna go anywhere. And this allows the towel to dry thoroughly. Another thing is this toiletry holder. This goes on the opposite side of our shower curtain and it holds all of the bottles of shampoo and body wash and that kind of thing. And it just keeps things out of the way. All right, so let's talk kitchen organization. I have a few tips for this space. However, All RVs are different, so what works for me and my kitchen may not work for you, but here are some tips. Okay, so just like I talked about in the closet storage space, you want to buy a bunch of different size storage bins and just see what works in your kitchen drawers. So these are not coordinated at all, but they function for storing all of our silverware. I have another one here in this drawer too for like the kitchen gadgets and that kind of thing. And this drawer is our junk drawer, and it's actually pretty organized right now, I'd say. But again, just kind of utilizing the drawer space for what you use it on the daily for. This is our kids' snack drawer. This is probably the most organized drawer, but I have a bunch of different size bins and it holds all of their snacks. Another thing in the kitchen that you're going to want to get are these risers. You can kind of see, this is how I store my spices in this cabinet, and it goes way back in there. I also recommend buying a few different size risers to see what works in your cabinets. On this side of the kitchen, we have our coffee mugs and cups. We have a lot of them in there. We probably need to kind of downsize that. And up above, you can see I have another riser up there, as well as a storage bin full of like different random kitchen stuff. As well as up here, I have a bin with our mixer, our hand mixer, and a few other things. And then our plates and bowls stack very nicely like right there. I highly recommend the Corel brand of dishware. They're chip and crack resistant, and they're really durable for RV life. So this is our pantry. It's not organized at all, but it's super small, but I'm going to show you anyway. All right, so this is the teeny tiny pantry. I'm sure people use it as a linen closet, but we need it for food storage. So in the top level here, we keep our cereals, some Oreo cookies, and then in this cabinet, everyday stuff, peanut butter, pasta, rice, that kind of thing. And then below here, you can see we keep our chips and a few like, I don't know, snacks and that kind of thing. So again, not very organized, but I'm being real with you. So in the original 4007 model that we bought, they had corner cabinets right here, and we didn't like the look of them, and they were not functional at all. So we removed them and we put up these cute baskets on the wall. We use them to store books and charging cables sometimes, and as well as like the kids' headphones and tablets. So it's a way to still be functional, but yet have some style in the house. All right, so this is our dining area as well as our homeschool space. So we use this area for storing a lot of things. So first and foremost, a lot of people ask us, where do we store all of our homeschool materials? So we actually use these baskets right here. I think they're from like Walmart or Target, and they're plastic. They hold all of the material that they need and my teacher guides. So we just keep this stored under the table. Now, I'm going to show you the cabinet space and how we utilize each space. So the cabinet above the dining table has some bins of pencils and markers, crayons, that kind of thing. These are the Sterilite brand containers. Again, they close, they stack well, love them. And then we have some papers and coloring things up here, pencil sharpener, and this kind of goes deep into there. We don't really have a functional use for that space other than just shoving stuff in there. In the cabinet above the dining table on the right, this is where we keep a lot of our charging cords. I have the command hooks again, and I have these little magnetic ties that I've tied around all of the little charging cords. They keep them separated, they don't get tangled, it's great. And then we have a few more, like this is where we keep a lot of the GoPro accessories, and then we have a few books up here. This is like our shoe storage basket right by the front door. It's a great way to just keep the shoes out of the main front entryway. People can just throw them in there on their way in. And as you head out the door, we have some shoe storage on the outside of our RV that I'm going to show you very quickly. On our porch steps, we've attached these magnetic hooks. These are in our Amazon store as well, and we use these pretty much just for our Crocs, but they're an easy way to put the Crocs away before you come inside. Alright guys, I'm in the kids room now. So as a reminder, we have a Heartland Cyclone 4007, so it's a toy hauler. And this is the garage. Although it doesn't look like a garage, we actually don't haul toys, we haul kids and all their stuff. So we use this room for their bedroom, obviously, their play space. They have friends back here, but mostly they spend a lot of time outside. So it's just a space that is larger than most other models in terms of bedrooms for kids, and that's why we went with this. I think from our tour video, we replaced what was here before. We had a desk and we had like a cube storage thing, and we decided to buy cabinets from Lowe's, and I'm going to show you how we organized it. It holds all of the kids' stuff, all their toys, some extra clothes, some books, shoes, that kind of thing. So I'm going to show you that and the other things we use back here to organize all the kids' stuff. So in one of the cabinets that we have back here, we have a few bins on each of the shelves. In the top bin, we have tie-down straps. We use those for travel days with strapping down the TV and that kind of thing. And then we keep a bin of bathing suits for the kids. And this is the girls' Lego playset. We keep that separately than from Eli's playset. And then in this side, we have books, we have art supplies and puzzles and games, and then this bin has all of their Barbies and accessories in there for their Barbie dream house. That's right there. In these shelves over here, we have more of those awesome storage bins. I use them everywhere, honestly, but that holds their actual toys, like little figurines and that kind of thing that they like to play with. We have additional shoe storage up here, and right now we're in baseball season, so we have some baseball gear down here. And then my son's Matchbox car play set. It's a whole large track that folds up really compactly and it fits right there. So that's how we store all of their toys and extra shoes and stuff. We also have a bin of dress-up clothes for the girls right there. They love dressing up, so we have tons of dresses and that kind of thing. All right, so we have this 5-drawer dresser. It fits all of our kids' clothes. So this particular dresser is listed in our Amazon store that's in the description, and it fits perfectly under this bump out in the 4007 in case you're looking for one for your RV. So our son, who is the oldest, he gets the top 2 drawers. He's bigger, so it makes sense. And then our oldest daughter, she gets a drawer. Our youngest daughter gets the next drawer, and then the 2 girls will share the bottom drawer. For like PJs and socks and undies and that kind of thing. And just like the drawers in our room, I highly recommend rolling the clothes so they're very visible for the kids to just grab and go, and you know, organize it how best works for your family. Also, we use a big bin in the drawer on the bottom that holds the girls' undies and socks and that kind of thing. It just kind of keeps it more organized in there. Just like in our bedroom, we have trones back here for the kids, and it holds additional shoes. You would think that we shouldn't have as many shoes as we do, but we do. So that's great for storing shoes. All right, I'm gonna go up and show you my son's loft. His bed is actually made, but you can see that we built some custom shelves right here, and he has some storage bins to put more of his toys, and then he has a little bookshelf there. Now we have this cabinet over there. I mean, if you can tell, it's not really easily accessible from the ground, but around the corner you can see that we made it accessible to our son, so he is able to have additional storage for his Pokemon cards and Legos in that cabinet. Moving on to our outside storage, I'm going to show you how we store the kids' stuff. We store their helmets, balls, sand toys, etc. in this one bin, and it's a snap to clean up quickly. We keep this bin under our RV when we are parked. We attached PVC pipe pieces to our underbay storage to hold our fishing poles. Lastly, we travel with a good amount of baseball equipment for our son. My husband actually made this portable pitching mound, and all of the equipment you see here folds up into just this. Our son and our youngest daughter really love practicing baseball, so it was important to us to be able to bring this gear with us to practice on the road. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, if I missed something in this video or you have a helpful tip for organization, please leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel, and I will catch y'all later. One way to make your RV look super clean is to stuff everything in another room while you're videoing or taking pictures of the other.